So my brothers, after the Messiah explained this, he took the witness from the south and said, come, I have some important things to show you. Just as I showed the 144,000 sealed, the witness from the north, now I will show you witness from the south. Then the Messiah called out to him, and they descended to earth, the Messiah and the witness from the south. And they sat on a great mountain in the land of São Paulo, a great mountain. They sat there, the two of them. And the Messiah said to him, look, brother, the two of them sitting on this mountain, viewing the great city of São Paulo. From this mountain, you could see the entire city, everything that had been built, and the people building, constructing the buildings. You could see it all. This was some time ago, not too long ago, but some time back, because it's almost at the end of the 2 days that the Messiah promised he would return, just a little before. So he sat on this great mountain, the Messiah and the witness from the south. They gazed at the great city. Then the Messiah asked him, brother, tell me what you see. The witness from the south. And the witness from the south looked and looked. Remember, they were in angel bodies, both the Messiah and the southern witness. They weren't flesh and blood yet here on earth. They were in heaven, came down here, and the Messiah was showing him everything that would happen. Then the Messiah said, brother, look at the great city of São Paulo and tell me what you see. There they sat on top of the mountain, both of them, a very high mountain where you could see all of São Paulo, the land of Paulo. You could see all of São Paulo, the land of Paulo. So he told the Messiah, the witness from the south, said, yeah, I see a river cutting through the city, buildings in the distance, construction over there, people working nonstop, building. The city's growing fast, Paulo's land. And he's seeing all these buildings, the river cutting through the city. Then the Messiah asked him, see anything else? So he looked and looked and looked, but saw nothing. The two of them sitting there, looking at the city from the mountain, just looking at the city. Then after a bit, the witness from the south stood up. He got up and stared at the city, trying to find something, because the Messiah wanted to show him something, but he couldn't see anything. He saw the big city, the river cutting through, the avenues all busy, but he was looking out there at Paulo's land, at the great city. So he's looking at the great city, but then he did something unexpected. He turned his back. When he turns his back to São Paulo, the Messiah smiles, and then looking towards the interior, he was looking towards the center, São Paulo, the capital. And he started looking back. He turned around and looked behind. And then, looking, he saw some little lights. Then he saw a road, a highway, with a white house that looked like a white castle. He saw a highway, a road, there was a white house, looked like a white castle. And he saw at the end, angels have incredible vision. They can see from far away. He began focusing his vision on that highway, and there were 2 or 3 more beside it. But at the end of that highway, 100 kilometers away, some little lights blinking, some lights on in the mountains, very far away. Then he looked, and the more he focused, the farther he went, 100, 200, 300, 400 kilometers, 500, and he kept looking, focusing on that highway and the others too. And he saw several little lights on, way out there. Then he looked back and turned toward the big city too. He faced the city of Paulo. Then he looked and said, brother, toward Paulo's city, I don't see anything. But when I turn around toward the interior, I see those little lights. Then the Messiah stood up, looked at him and said, that was quick, huh? Those little lights are your brothers who are here in South America. Then he looked and said, who? 36,000 of the 144,000 sealed. They're already here. These little lights you see in the mountains, that's them. They're already there. Soon they'll be born from a woman's womb, and they'll already be in that region preparing for the rescue. Then he looked and said, but really? Are all of them already here in the region? All of them. That's why you guys came last. Now you're seeing where they are. At the end of the highways, the roads, places like that, those mountains, the little lights there. It's them, all of them. Then he looked at the Messiah and said, so you mean they're all here already? He said, yes, they are. Soon they'll be born from a woman's womb. Then he said, so here in Paul's land, in the south, at the ends of the earth, the 36,000 sealed are already here? They're already here? Then the Messiah looked at him and said, but this is nothing yet. I want to show you something else. Come with me. I want to show you a few more things. Then as they were leaving the mountain, the Messiah said, wait a moment. I want to show you something. Then the Messiah saw 2 children playing about 8, 10 years old. One was 8, one was 10. Then he looked at a house and saw that child, the two children playing. Then the Messiah pointed to the house and said, "Do you see those two children playing? See that house?" Then the witness looked and said, "Those two will be your brothers, and you'll be born in that house." Then the one from the south looked and said, "That's where I'll be born. You'll be born from a woman's womb in that house." Then the Messiah looked and said, "Remember this, you'll understand what I'm telling you soon." So you understand? You'll be born in that house, and those two children will be your brothers. Mark it well, that's where you'll be born. When you're born, you'll always look at this mountain and remember that we were here a long time ago. But let's go, the story continues. And then the Messiah said, "Come on, I want to show you a place." So they walked and walked to a place and went to another mountain, a bit farther from downtown São Paulo to the other side. They were already on the other side. Then the Messiah said, "Look at this mountain." Then the witness looked at the mountain in the south, said, "What about this mountain, brother?" He replied, "Measure its height from the ground to the top." Then the witness, the angels can do it, they can. So he looked, measured it. Angels are fast, they can do it very quickly. Their vision is excellent. They glance at it, see it, and the calculation comes instantly. He said, "Brother, 1,650 meters high." Then the Messiah looked at him and said, "Look to the side, a little more to the side." He looked. 1,255, brother. Go a bit further, a little more. Then he got closer and saw there was a lower spot. He reached the mountain and said, "Look, over there it's 1,650. Here it's 1,500. On this side it's 1,625. He began measuring that whole mountain. Then the Messiah said, "Look carefully, you'll understand what I'm saying." So he went a bit to the side and saw there was a spot that was lower. When he measured it, the mountain was 1,666 meters. He looked and said, "But brother, why 1,636? 1,666 meters?" Then the Messiah looked at the witness and said, "You know Azazel is superstitious, right? You know he likes things with that number." Then he looked and said, "Yeah, but why? The mountain is 1,666. He chose this mountain?" Then the Messiah said, "Relax, in a bit you'll see. Let's take a little walk down there. Then you'll put the pieces together and understand what I'm saying." So, all right, then he had it in his head, 1,606, 666. The mountain, it's the only mountain practically in the world with this measurement. There's no other place. Only this one has this measurement, but you have to measure the sides, because if you look, there'll be a spot with 1,650, 1,500. But where the Messiah sent him, asked him to measure, it gave 1,000.